Everyone, it's Katherine Skaggs, and I normally am doing readings with the Mythical Goddess Tarot, but I'm working on a new card deck called the Masters of Light Wisdom Oracle, and I have some prototypes here that I'm being guided to bring in a little bit of a reading today on April 25th, 2022. A lot of energy is shifting. I'm becoming aware of just the fabric of our reality and how mutable it is as we wake up. That we have a lot of help, that I think The Matrix, the movie The Matrix, there's all that. It's kind of like waking up in the dream. You realize there's a program running. Well, guess what? We're the programmers. We're the ones, conscious or unconsciously, creating patterns, living out patterns, being stuck in patterns, shape-shifting patterns that create the fabric of our experiences. And this time period is one about waking up. Waking up in the dream, clearing out the limited patterns that keep us in duality and suffering. How cool is that? I've worked a long time on trying to be a better creator, moving to new realities that are born of more love. And life is hard sometimes being in a human suit. And yet we are here to bring this reality in through our human experience. So with the shape-shifting of the astrology, the movement of the planets, where we are in the cosmos, and where we are in our soul's journey, there's no mistake. The world looks crazy, but we are part of the shift. And this Masters of Light Wisdom Oracle, working with these ascended masters, angels, and other divine beings, they're here to help us access the energy, the frequencies, and the consciousness to help us awaken and unify duality, to bring us into the heart and clarity of creating more and more and more in love. And to expose, the patterns where we're out of love, where we criticize, where we blame, where we are affected and seem like we're out of control and others are doing things to us. So I'd like to offer this reading today to see who wants to show up to help us wake up, to help us clear trauma, fear, fright, patterns that are like mind control. Not only external patterns of like the news and events that we think we have no control over in this dream, but also patterns in our very DNA, patterns that are vibrating from our parents and their parents and their parents, of experiences where mistakes were made or difficulties happen, gifts were created, so that we can access the gifts while we collapse the patterns of unconsciousness through compassion, kindness, love, and creating more and more spaces of high frequency, divine consciousness that, because of its vibration, can help us come back into safety and experience the shift into wakefulness, where we create more and more through love. We have the capacity, but if we get stuck in a pattern that's unconscious, there are often times through illness and through difficulty in relationships or lack, that it's like this vibrational pattern that is just holding us. No matter how conscious and what we've been doing, we've got to get to more and more frequencies where our nervous system, our body, and the world around us can start unwinding to allow the new pattern to come in. It's simultaneous, actually. It's not one then the other. So I offer this today to see who wants to come in. I hope that you enjoy whatever comes up, and that this inspires you to know that good things are coming as you continue to drop in to hopefulness and refocus through prayer and through love. If you feel like you need help, ask for it. It's there. The more you ask, the more you surrender, the more it's there. All right. So I pulled 3 cards. We'll see if anybody else wants to come through. But the first card is Mother Breath of Life, Breathe. So that makes a lot of sense. One of the things we need to do is get really present. If we're living in our past or in our future, guess what? we can't get all the good stuff. We can't be in our bodies. We can't be present to receiving as well as giving. So it's really important to drop into our breath, and not just ethereally. We need to bring this all the way into our bodies, to breathe, to be still, to be present. And through that breath, we can calm ourselves, our nervous systems. We can calm ourselves into the moment. We can be present. And then from that, we can breathe in new life through our intention, through the sound of our breath, and through the ability to breathe new life in, to inspire. So that's where we need to start. What else do we need to know? So this is part of what I was speaking to, of being present and shape-shifting this reality as a conscious creator, one who's waking up in the dream, is that part of this is about union with your divine self. You know, we experience duality here, human, spirit, human, spirit. This time period is to unify and awaken the spirit within ourselves to recognize we are creating in this material earthen reality that really is still vibrating. It's just a little slower than the ethereal world, or maybe a lot slower some days. But the middle card is Mother Kundalini. You can see I'm editing, so, sorry about that. Mother Kundalini, sacred union. So this union is with your inner beloved. It's with your spirit, your subconscious, your superconscious, and your conscious mind. Your ethereal, multidimensional being with this seemingly finite earthly self. Is that one of the important things that we need to do is to practice being present to our spirit, to our inner consciousness, our inner voice, and having practices where we awaken our light body through meditation, through consciousness, through plant medicines, through stillness, mindfulness, where we're awakening the vessel of light through our body, grounding it into this world so that we can grab the life force in the natural world and awaken it through our physicality, but to bring that together into a unified experience. It is through all mysticism about the process of waking up to really be united with your spirit into your physical body. Ascension is not about leaving your body and getting out of here, as many of us probably have wanted to do in the challenges. It's about bringing spirit into every experience of your life as sacred and connecting to that life force and spirit through your physical being and through your essence as eternal. So, Kundalini practices, meditation, joyful union, sacred union with another, but to wake up that sacredness within your being, that there is no other outside of you. I hope that makes sense as this comes through. And if not, let me know, because I'm going to continue to see how to express this. And as we do these things, as we breathe, as we're present to spirit within ourselves, to uniting and being whole unto ourselves, then we can be whole in our reality of how we create and wake up. When we love and experience that spirit within our beings, we start to see and experience it in other people. We start to see and experience it that in nature, our animals, our work, every part of our lives where we are completely awake in the dream. And we dissolve that duality in old stories that have kept us limited. We wake up into our gifts. All right, what's the outcome? What's the third card? Where are we headed as we wake up in the dream? Archangel Ariel is the angel of abundance. She works with the elemental world to bring heaven to earth. This is an image that I did quite a few years ago that wanted to come in for Ariel. She's the blessings on earth heaven angel. And she's all about grounding our dreams into the earth. So working with our spirit guides on earth, our elemental energies and our angelic energies to know that we're the dreamers of abundance into our world and that we have lots of support, both in the celestial world, in the higher dimensional realities, and in the earthly spirit realm, all the natural world. That it's time for us to receive our abundance. It's time for us to dream into a greater awareness of our worthiness, the dance of the celestial, to be the dreamer through love, and that all is given. And there's a saying that, as you focus on the divine gives you everything. And, I heard it growing up as a Christian when I was younger, was seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all is given to you. And in the laws of abundance, as I know them, whatever you focus on, it expands. So as you focus on the elemental world and on blessings and on joy and on expansion through honoring your heart's desires, all is given. All is well. All comes to you. So let's breathe. Let's practice grounding, centering exercises through our breath to connect to our bodies, to awaken our life force that creates, that gives life. Kundalini Shakti energy is complete life that creates union of heaven and earth. And then we experience the abundance as we come together. So I hope you enjoy this today and that it brings you blessings.